Hey everybody, today we're working on the shop. Currently, I'm working on resupporting the ceiling to give us a good foundation to add insulation as well as put in a more permanent ceiling. The rafters themselves that are touching the ceiling are 2x8s, and the collar ties that connect the two sides are 2x6s.
Here is the current state of the shop as we start our day. As you can see, most of the rafters are partially in. A lot of them are still missing collar ties as we plan to snap a line once we get to the last one so that they are all flat and can have a uniform ceiling. I will be running the big kerosene heater today to stay warm as we work. And of course, I recruited some help. I am by no means a construction and or woodworking person, so I would take all the help I could get. Honestly, some of the best moments come from getting to work with your friends or family and learning from all their past years of experience. I try not to take these moments for granted and enjoy every minute. For the gussets, we are using 1/2-inch plywood as well as some heavy-duty construction adhesive. This is what the gussets look like once they are installed. And this is what one of the full rafters looks like once we have the collar tie-in and a gusset on it. It's looking pretty good to me. And of course, we have to move the existing wiring out of the way to make room to get the new rafters in. Currently, I am just screwing them to the side so we can keep a little bit of light while we work, but have them out of our way. Eventually, I will be pulling all of the existing wiring out to rewire the entire building for more lights and more outlets. Also, with this being such an old building, most of the rafters were made out of rough sawn lumber, so we did have to space quite a few of our new rafters so that they would fit properly and we could still screw them to the existing rafter. We are putting in a wall to section off the loft area so that doesn't have to be heated. Here is the last sheet of plywood going up for it. This was definitely the most satisfying part, was getting to pull out the old low beams that connected the two walls together. Once this was out, we got to see what it really looked like with an 11-foot ceiling. Once all of the rafters were completed, we added a few 2x4s on the top to tie them all together. And here it is, the end of the first part of what is a very large project in the shop. Now we have all new rafters in the longer section of the shop. This will allow us to add proper insulation as well as put a lift in the future. But it's just the very beginning to what is an entire ceiling rework in the building.
Alright, now that we got a lot of the work done, we got to do some cleanup.
It's cool to see all these big old nails that were used when building these older buildings. I will definitely be hanging on to these.
Well, and just like that, we're a little cleaner than we were before, but we still got a lot to do here. Next, we're gonna get this scaffolding taken apart because I did borrow it and I'm gonna return it for now, but we gotta try and move the truck, which is easier said than done. I think we're gonna leave it exactly where it is and just try and get the scaffolding apart without hitting anything. We got it apart without hitting anything. The crappy thing is I actually have dollies on these to make it easier to push around by yourself, but with this being an older shop and it having pretty beat up porous concrete, they don't roll the smoothest, so trying to move this thing by yourself is pretty damn hard.
Right about now, I started to rethink my entire life. I forgot I had a bunch more of the supporting poles, as well as one of the floors sitting on the side that I wasn't using. I would have totally organized this differently if I remembered I had those.
Well, I guess I'm just leaving the cover up. And just like that, we have new rafters in this part of the shop that's going to allow us to put a ceiling up, insulate, as well as give us plenty of room for a lift in the future. Stay tuned for the next video as we're going to be talking about the truck a little bit. And if you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. It helps out a ton. Thanks.